blamed the Jews for Germany's problems. As he slowly rose in power, Hitler started to prohibit Jews from doing certain things, like going to the movies and listening to the radio. This finally led to the final solution, the death of all Jews.
This play is based on the book, Poems and Drawings Made by Children in the Terezin Ghetto. Playwright Sylvester Spotke found this book's interest. Looking through the book, one name stuck out of it, the name of Raja Englendarova. Raja was one of a few survivors of the children that grew up at the Terezin Ghetto. Celeste looked up this person and found her living in Prague. Celeste went to Prague to meet Raja. She wrote to her about her experience in the ghetto, which the story is based. We hope you enjoy the show. This is our way of telling the story so that history will not repeat itself.
And then for something completely different, we present for your amusement and diversion a comedy called Crawling Arnold. It's a completely frivolous satire of nuclear proliferation, social conformity, racial intolerance, and childhood. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Zuzana Watarova, 11 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, October 4th, 1944. Gabriela Freyova, 10 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, May 18th, 1944. František Rozan, 14 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, December 15th, 1943. Eva Bulova, 15 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, October 4th, 1944. Leona Frankova, 13 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, October 19th, 1944. Alfred Weisskopf, 16 years old. Paris at Auschwitz, December 18th, 1944. Honza Kosek, 16 and a half years old. Paris at Auschwitz, January 21st, 1945.
My name is Raya. I was born in Prague. Mother, father, Pavel, Yurka, Irena, Kromza. They're all gone, and I'm alone. But that is not important. Only one thing is important, that I'm a Jew and that I survived. Terezin was a fortress built by Emperor Joseph II of Austria for his mother, Maria Theresa. About 60 kilometers from Prague, it slept quietly in its green valley under blue skies until...
March 5th, 1939. German Wehrmacht enters Prague. December 1st, 1939. Jewish children excluded from state elementary schools. 2/14th, 1940. Auschwitz concentration camp set up. September 27th, 1941. Reinhard Heydrich orders the mass deportation of Jews and establishes Terezin as a Jewish ghetto. October 16th, 1941. First transports to Prague for Terezin. Among them were children.
Irena? Irena Nikova, it's me. Have the children arrived? Yes, nearly 400. That's more than the earlier transport. Later, when the workers return and the older children look You must go along now. To the bathhouse, dear.
They told Papa to come along now to the bathhouse. And he must take a shower so we don't get any sickness in the camp. They told him to leave his clothes in the yard on the ground in front of him. They told him to put his shoes next to his clothes so we could find him again. But they took him to the gas. He never got his shoes.
Don't be afraid. This is a real bathhouse. You can have soap and take a shower.
They took him to the bathhouse. He never got his shoes.
That was Auschwitz. Here you are with friends. What is your name? I am Irena Sinkova. I'm a teacher here at Terezin. You'll come to school with us, won't you? You are from Prague? I once taught in Prague. It's a beautiful city. I remember when I first came to Prague, I was afraid. But after I made some friends, I was happy to live there. Now you are not alone, and you must not be afraid. Now you must tell me your name. How can we be friends? I won't know what to call you.
The number is tattooed.
Raya Englanderova? Come, Raya. Raya Englanderova. Let me tell you about our school. There's so much to do here in school. You'll be coming here tomorrow, perhaps. There are many children here. We have few books, but many songs. Every day, if you wish, you may paint and draw. Here. See, each of the children has drawn a spring picture. Would you like to paint? I'll find some paper, then tomorrow you may begin. See, we save all the wrapping paper we can find. Forms, wrapping paper, and some of the children brought their own. And when there's enough, the children draw and paint. Would you like to have a piece of your own, Raya?
My name is Raya. Slowly I began to heal. I and hundreds of children who passed through Irena Sinkova's school. It was months before I could say anything but, my name is Raya. I said it over and over to hear the sound of my voice. Perhaps just to be sure I still knew my name. Raya. It was an achievement for me. Irena knew it. She gave me paper and paint, and I wrote my name in stiff, crippled characters. Raya. Raya. Raya! It helped me to be sure I was still alive. One day I suddenly wrote another name. Irena. Then I knew I was healed. I could paint and draw and speak again. I could tell Irena the things I was remembering. I was no longer afraid to remember.
All right, Mama. I'm late.
I saw you from the window, so you weren't really late, Papa.
course not. As long as I'm in sight, I'm not late. Besides, I was delayed by your Aunt Vera.
I knew I would be blamed for it all. Well, it's true this time, Anna. I kept him waiting. You'll understand.
Of course. You would protect him.
Now, Anna, I'm here.
Pablo, come away from the back window. You must not open the shutters. You know that.
Nazis! So close, you can see the damn swastikas on the cars.
Pablo, the Sabbath!
Sabbath Eve. And the Nazis are about to join us.
Pablo, we are not careful.
They're gone now.
Be careful. We must all be careful. Tonight, the cars. Tomorrow, tanks.
Tomorrow, Joseph, what do you mean?
Mama, Pablo, all of you. Today I lost my place.
Joseph, it can't be true.
We all knew it had to come.
But you were promised.
Promises. What do they mean? I must report to work at the Little Maris. They're building a station.
But, Papa, you're not a carpenter. You're a teacher. Hush, Raya. Let your father explain.
I must learn manual labor. Imagine, all of us at school. All of us.
Building a station.
Today they came to the school. We were given 1 hour to clear away. Books, papers, everything. 1 hour after all those years.
And to school?
Anna, wait. There's still more.
Mama, it may be that we will have to move. It may be that we must do so. The landlord is German, and we are
Jews!
Pablo, try to have patience.
We are Jews. They're relocating the boundaries, 12 blocks on either side. And we must all of us move into the area of the old ghetto.
So, once again,
But Papa, they promised.
how soon?
Tomorrow.
By sundown. Sabbath sundown, Anna.
They give us the Sabbath to get ready. It saves a working day. What did you tell them, Papa?
What should I have told them? Some say it's the last order.
Some always say this is the last order. But every month, the ghetto grows smaller and smaller.
What should I have told them? What does a Jew tell his German landlord?
They can't expect us.
And Vera?
The women, too.
All unmarried women must report to work in the streets with the men.
Irka.
Irka, too. Mama, you must give up the school. Jews are no longer allowed to teach.
Irka. Where is she?
They were released to work in the streets with the rest.
Oh, but we thought the council was going to appeal. Oh, why do they just sit there while the whole Nazi army walks in?
There are considerations.
Talk.
There are meetings. So you attack, shout slogans, you and your friends, be brave.
Better than hiding behind our prayer shawls.
You go too far.
At least shouting lets the Nazis know we're alive.
You think we don't know? Last night, your joke at the regional theater.
The regional theater? Pablo, you
A
guys
little
are not
joke
allowed
on the guards. Somebody you know. So we stoned out the lights and attacked them from ambush near the theater arcade. They never knew hit them.
A joke? Not so amusing this morning. Janus was taken. His number called before the rest.
Why honest?
Joseph, you're not telling us all.
A guard knows one of the council. He said he recognized his son among the pranksters.
But why honest? He wasn't there. He didn't even know about it.
Pablo, I meant you and Papa.
The guard said he recognized him. There is no quarreling with the Nazi guard.
And the rest of the council? They didn't intervene? No one protested?
Janus is on the train now.
Without a word. What cowards.
Pablo, go too far. Too far.
Papa, I'm sorry. But
But you do not understand. You cannot.
I understand. I have this to remind you.
What is this talk? The stars cannot destroy us. But I'll tell you what can. I'll tell you what can destroy us. The star. No white bread, eggs, milk, cheese, fish, poultry, fruit, jam, and then wait. For a Jew, this will destroy us. To be denied the necessities of life. And yet for your father too. No tobacco, cigars, cigarettes, no beer. All the little pleasures taken away.
Mama.
And the big ones too. The schools, the synagogues. This will destroy us.
Oh, for God's sake,
No! I'm not yet finished being a Jew. It means for all of the separation, the fear of separation. Claims today, takes tomorrow, and I will regard the Nazis. You and your foolish bravado. And we may all be lost. All lost.
Mama, I see what's going on. But to just endure, it seems so
Weak? To you, it's weak. But think. If the Nazis want us to work for them, then we will eat. There's that chance for life.
I don't call this living.
But while we live, we stay together. And perhaps someday soon.
Yes. If they bid us work, then we will eat. And we may survive. Together. This war. It cannot last much longer.
All right, Papa.
All right. So no more jokes on Nazi guards. In a few months, we'll be back in our flat. Huber has promised to keep the furniture for us. He doesn't wish us harm. And you and Urka will be married. As I promised, you will see.
Promises.
You will see. Come now, Mama, the lights.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lecha likner, shel Shabbat, lecha likner, shel Shabbat.
The tanks and guards. They're in the streets. They're starting to cordon off the streets.
They'll be here soon.
The first transport for Terezin left Prague the next day. We waited our turn and hoped. Families moved in together. We moved in with Irka's family, and then we moved again. Each week, another decree shrank the ghetto and our lives. Even then, we couldn't really believe it all. It was incredible. Our friends lined the streets and watched us leave. 5,000 Jews. Erica Schlager called to me.
Raya? Raya, where are you going? Come to the cinema with me.
I can't, Erica. We have to go to the municipal building.
But why?
I don't know.
Don't they say why?
They say we have to go. I ran ahead to join my mother. That was the day we left home.
Jews, Achtung! Step quickly. Men left. Women and children right. Keep moving. Schnell! Schnell!
Don't be afraid. We're only going on the train. Where's Father? What happened to Father? You'll see him again at the camp. Quiet now. We must wait. It's been so long. I
be afraid. Remember, whatever you see or hear, whatever is done, we are together, and together we shall not be afraid. Come, sit close together.
I was one of them, the children of Tarantine, one who saw everything, the barbed wire fence, the rats, the lights, one who knew hunger, dirt and smells, one who heard trains arrive and leave, screaming sirens, and the tread of heavy feet in the dark. I sat in Rita Sikova's classroom to write and paint the story of those days. I never saw another butterfly. The last, the very last, so richly, brightly dazzling yellow. Perhaps if the sun's tears could sing against a white stone. Such a yellow, is carried lightly way up high. It went away, I'm sure, because it wished to kiss the world goodbye. For 7 weeks I've lived here, penned up inside this ghetto. But I have found my people here. The dandelions call to me, and the white chestnut candles in the court. Only, I never saw another butterfly. That butterfly was the last one. Butterflies don't live here in the ghetto.
It is weeks since I came to this ghetto. I did not know that such a thing could happen to me. When I go home, I'm going to eat only white bread.
When I go home, I'm going to make my bed every day, clean.
When I go home, I'm going to drink hot chocolate in the winter. Lots of it. When I go home, I'm going to have pretty white curtains. Rugs, too. I'm going to play ball in the courtyard when I go home and shout if I want to.
I'm going to read storybooks when I go home. All night, maybe.
I'm going to play the piano when I go home, and everyone will sing. We won't care how much noise we make. When I go home, when I go home, when I go home, when I go home, when I go home.
When I go home. I've lived here in the ghetto more than a year. In Tarantine, the black town now. When I remember my old home so dear, I can love it more than I did, somehow. Home. Home. Why did they ever tear me away? Here the weak die as easy as a feather. When they die forever. I'd like to go back home again. It makes me think of sweet spring flowers. Before, when I used to live at home, it never seemed so dear and fair.
Everything here is so strange, different from anywhere else in the world. People walk on the streets, not just down the sidewalks, but there are so many of us here, we wouldn't all fit on the sidewalks. Cars do not drive here, though, so nothing can run over us.
We sleep in bunks, and everywhere lots of people are packed in.
Mothers and fathers don't live together, and children live away from them, in home, or whatever you want to call them.
The buildings now are fuller, bodies smelling close to bodies. The garrets scream with light for long, long hours.
This evening, I walked along the street of death. I'm wondering if they were taking us away.
I wonder where she is.
Can I call you grandfather? I have no grandpa, and you have no little girl. I've learned here to appreciate ordinary things.
Like a bird in a cage. Last night I had a beautiful dream. I was home. I saw our flat and our street. Now I'm disappointed and out of sorts because I woke in the bunk instead of my own bed. This isn't a home anymore, it's a hospital. Everyone avoids us. Half the children are sick in bed. room's full of patients, and the doctor doesn't know what to do.
And 1,500 children will arrive tonight.
They came back from the reception center with their heads shaved.
They have life.
They all have such frightened eyes.
The poor thing stands there vainly. Vainly strains his voice. Perhaps he'll die. Then can you say, how beautiful is the world today?
We got used to standing in line at 7 o'clock in the morning, at 12 noon, and again at 7 o'clock in the evening.
We stood in a long line with plates in our hands, and they gave us some water with a coffee or salty flavor, or else they gave us a few potatoes.
We got used to saluting every uniform, to sleeping without a bed, to not walk on the sidewalks, and then again to walk on the sidewalk. We got used to undeserved slaps, blows, and executions. We got used to seeing people die in their own excrement, to seeing the sick with dirt and filth, to seeing piles of coffins full of corpses, and seeing helpless doctors. We got used to it that from time to time, 1,000 unhappy souls would come here. And then again, from time to time, 1,000 unhappy souls would leave.
Sunday, September 5th, 1943. That was the day, but it's all over now. From our room, Hafla, Olelia, Hanukkah, and Chavla are gone.
Everyone gave Olelia something. She is such a poor thing. The parting was hard.
Monday, September 6th, 1943. I got up at 6 to see Zdenka. When I came up to the barracks, the last people were just going through the gates and getting on the train. I ran up, but I saw the train going away. And in one of the cars, Zdenka was riding. Where did Zdenka go?
The transports, please.
Why?
To work, reception.
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz?
She will not come back. Yuri told us you die if you go to Auschwitz.
Raya!
It's true. I know. You die. And the ovens and the chimneys, and when you die, you burn to ashes.
We do not know.
I know, and you know too. You think because we are children that we do not know?
What have you heard? Where?
Yuri told us. He came from Warsaw. He escaped, he knows. You die if you go to Auschwitz. Every day, the trains go and no one returns. He knows.
Raya, it can't be true. Such things can't be true.
But it is! He told us we are going to die.
Raya, wait. You are only afraid. Wait.
Rita, I want to go home. I hate this place. And everything.
Everything?
Yes. What's the use of anything if we're going to die? Zdenka, last night we shared our bed, sang together, and now she is gone. And Eva,
No.
and Miriam, and Mariana,
I miss them
Gabriella,
too.
and Susanna.
I know,
We
I
promised
know.
we'd keep together that next year in Prague we'd go to school together.
You love them. Do not forget how you worked together in this very room. The poems, the pictures, Ava, Susanna, Gabriella. The pictures, see?
No, they will burn them too.
Ryan, listen to me. You are no longer a child. This minute, you are no longer a child. And so I'll tell you.
word courage. We found the determination to live, to believe in life.
I believe in life